to those drinkers and drivers especially, because I don't know if you will play or you will be serious. If somebody is drunk and driving, what will you do or something like that? So they know that this is coming, all right? Or the behavior of riders on their motorcycles, zoom 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 zoom, right? Instead of passing on the left, they try to pass on the right and things like that. A lot of accidents happen. I want to ask you if you can start telling us, Superintendent, what are some of the strategies that you have for these celebrations, the holidays that are very close by and they're getting bigger and bigger every time. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mande.
You may speak in Spanish for the rest of our people in the villages also, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mande. I just want to elaborate a little more when it comes to the firecrackers. Firecrackers, it's illegal to be bursting, to be using those firecrackers. The only persons allowed to use fireworks is when you apply for a license, and if you are granted a license, then you could import and or discharge fireworks. So we're asking the general public that to avoid, and those people that sell, that is illegal, and if you are being caught, then you will have to face the charge, either be taken to customs for customs duties, or you could be charged for the offense. So we are asking the general public, people that are using the firecrackers, buying firecrackers, which is illegal, don't do that. And we know the danger when we use firecrackers. We have seen before, years before, where houses get burnt, people get injured, they use the bombs, and the bombs, when they explode, it is very dangerous. Right? So we are asking the general public to be very cautious when bursting the firecrackers. If you don't have to use it, don't do it. But we must be very precautious, because then we don't want, during this time that we are celebrating, that we are preparing for Christmas, we have injuries, and then we have up to fatalities. So the general public be informed that bursting firecrackers is illegal, and also for the people that are selling those firecrackers. An operation we will be mounted where we'll be checking those establishments that are selling. We have our patrols going out to the different districts, and we are checking some stores and some places that are selling firecrackers. And if anyone is being caught with firecrackers, that will be confiscated because it is illegal. So people or Jokenians, let us celebrate and let us make our Christmas very, very good and merry, but we must celebrate responsible. So trying to stay away from firecrackers is very important, right? Because we will be preventing many things, right? Paying duties, getting injured, and being arrested and charged for the offense. So we are asking the general public, stay away. We know that it is time of celebrations, and especially the youths, the young children, they want to burst firecrackers. But we need to be very cautious with the bursting of the firecrackers. When it comes to the, it is a time of celebration, so we are asking drivers, right? We know that people will be celebrating, drinking, partying, all these things. We must do it responsible, right? And we must remember that there is the authority, and we must respect authority, right? Once we respect authority and we obey the laws of beliefs, we do what is right, because it doesn't cost us anything to be doing what is right. So let us comply with the act. If the law says that we shouldn't drink and drive, then we shouldn't. And then if we drink during those times, then we find a responsible driver so that the person could drive, and then we avoid accidents or avoid being injured. So we are asking the general public, we are in time of celebration, so we must celebrate peacefully, responsible, and we must abide by the law and by the rules of law, right? So we are asking the general public, please work with us, because as of this week, we will be mounting operations, we will be doing checkpoints, we will be in full force out there enforcing the law, right? So people who will be celebrating, drinking out on the public, it is an offense to drink on the streets, on any culvert, on any side of the road. If you want to drink, you stay on your yard. Right? Once you come out on the street, it is public drinking, and you could be arrested and charged for that offense. And then even being found drunk, it's also an offense during this time of celebrations, where people, they get drunk and then stay on the street throw away. We try encourage people, if you get drunk, find your house, don't stay on the streets, because you could be arrested and charged. And there is many other offenses that you commit whilst under the influence. So we're asking the general public, drink responsible. If you see that you are getting high, then you stop, you slow down, think about your family. Your family is very important. So people from Orange Rock, we are here to protect and preserve and the peace. So we will be working harder so that everyone could celebrate without any problems. And again, we are asking the general public, obey the rules of law. We must respect the authority. We must respect the laws. And therefore, we will be having a Merry Christmas without any other things going wrong. So we must cooperate with the police. We must respect the authority so that we could have a peaceful celebrations.
Superintendent, I want to ask a question concerning fireworks. If patrol of officers are walking around and in a house, inside a yard, they are bursting these firecrackers, can you do anything? Can you ask them or what? Can you stop them or what? Or just leave them alone because they are in their yard?
No, the bursting of firecrackers is illegal even if it is in your yard. You have no authority, no permit to burst firecrackers. So if we see any persons bursting firecrackers, even if they're in their yard, we could go to them, ask them to hand them over, and if they refuse, then we could deal with them. But it is illegal.
Oh, okay. So they can't say, well, I didn't have my yard, you can't do me nothing.
No, firecrackers is illegal.
It is illegal, no?
It's illegal.
Okay, so you can do that. So I hope the people understand that, especially the young people. Yes, we?
Just to add on that, we are pleading to the public, if you have any stores or any house or that is selling these firecrackers and they're annoyance to you, you can easily call the police, and you don't have to give your name or nothing, just give us an address and we'll search the house, and because it's on custom goods.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so.
all right, okay. In celebrating, many people go to the bars, to the restaurants and drink, and when they come out, they have half and a half. Would a police officer passing around there, or a patrol, see a person getting in his vehicle under the influence, and you can see that he's under the influence? Can you do something? What can you do as an officer?
Surely we could, driving under the influence is an offense. Even getting behind the steering whilst or trying to start a vehicle, it is an offense. Being in control of a motor vehicle whilst under the influence of alcohol. If you drive, it is driving the motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol. So if the police meet you attempting to drive or being behind the steering in control of the vehicle, it's an offense and you could get arrested. Likely you will be arrested and charged. Right, and be taken and left at the station until you're sober.
Until you're sober, then you are granted bail.
A bail, okay. So all of us who go to the bars or restaurants and drink, and we overdrink, we have to be very careful with these behaviors, no? Okay.
Exactly. It's always good to have a designated driver. If you know you're going out to drink, you
Take
take your son or your wife with you, and
they
let
can do
them be
driving
the
for you.
designated drivers. Then you
Okay.
can enjoy yourself to
Okay.
any level that you want. No?
Okay.
Or even, Mr. Mandy, if you are drinking, you could call someone to come get you, right? If the person has a license, then he could always drive for that person,
Okay.
right? And be taken home without any problems.
Uh-huh.
But him driving, he could cause accident, he could injure someone, or he could cause his own injuries. So we are asking the general public to be responsible, right? Being responsible during this time of the year. I know it's a celebration time where most of the families then get together and then they have enjoy themselves, but we must be responsible.
Okay. What about the motorcyclists who tend to drive very fast? What advice can you give them? Driving too fast on the streets, especially residential areas.
Yes, Mr. Mandy. We had been targeting motorcyclist riders. Some of the offenses committed by motorcyclist riders are overtaking on the right-hand side, failing to stop at the traffic lights, improper overtaking, parking on the roadsides, all these offenses. So, general public, we're informing you that these offenses will continue to be targeted, and those offenders must be brought before the court. Motorcycle riders must adhere to the rules of the traffic regulations, right? Overtaking on the right-hand side, it's illegal. Fail to stop at the traffic signs. It is illegal. So we're asking all drivers to have all the proper documents for their motorcycle, insurance, license, the helmets, and even riding 3 persons on a motorcycle, that is illegal. The motorcycle is only capable for 2 persons, the driver and a passenger, and both should be wearing helmets.
Okay.
But sometimes we see people, parents, taking their kids, 2, 3 kids along with them.
Wow.
Right? That is illegal. We are asking the general public, right? It is illegal, it is an offense to have more than 2 persons on a motorcycle, and then if accidents happen, right, it could be dangerous. So our people for Injoqueños, we're asking, por favor, respeten las leyes. Solo así podemos tener un pueblo sano y tener menos accidentes. Muchos accidentes pasando por las motocicletas. No respetan las leyes, hacen overtake en el lado donde no deben, manejando muy duro, haciendo wheelie, y todas las cosas son ilegales. So we are asking the general public, work with the police, respect law, respect authority, right? If you know that it's an offense, don't do that, right? And even parents, knowing that their children doesn't have license or underage, don't allow your child to drive, right? We have seen accidents where the children are driving, and then at some point they cannot control the motorcycle, end up injuring people, right? This is very dangerous, right? If you are driving at light, you must have the proper lights, right? We see people adding lights and other and things to the motorcycle. That is illegal. The motorcycle must only have the headlamps, the signals, the rear lights, and the park light.
Okay.
Right? But we see lights along the
Yes,
vehicle, the motorcycles, then change the headlamp and then put the LED lights. All these things are illegal. And I know that when they go to license their vehicle, all these things are being inspected on the vehicle before the license is being granted.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you, feel free to call us on any question that the officers are talking about. You can call us on the 666-3468. Nos pueden llamar a los oficiales, hacer preguntas sobre lo que están haciendo estos días de Navidad. Pueden llamar al teléfono 666-3468, 666-3468. Pueden llamar, por favor. Siéntense libres para llamar cualquier rato. Officers, we hear on the radio and on TV news almost every day these days that people are being assaulted. Houses are being robbed. It seems to happen much more during this time. Why? And how can it be controlled and stopped? How? ¿Por qué? Why?
It's true, Mr. Mande. We have seen during this time of the year, we see increase of robberies and burglaries. We know that people, especially some young people, they don't want to work and they want easy money. So they find the opportunity. These are crimes of opportunity. So then take the advantage. So we are asking the general public, if you go to the bank, don't be exposing your money, your cash. Right? When you go to the stores, if you have your money, take out the limit that you or plan how much you are going to spend. Don't be taking out all your money, showing off that you have money, because there are people taking the opportunity, looking around to see if you have money. And once they see that you have money, they might walk behind you and take the opportunity and rob your cash, your money, right? So we are asking people to be responsible as well, right? If you have large sum of money, do not expose it. Do not show that you have the money. You must use the money that you need wisely, and then just not exposing your money, because then it's provocation to the criminals, because people are out there finding the opportunity to take your properties. So we're asking people, be careful when you are walking the streets, when you are moving along, be observant of your surroundings. If you see someone strange, looking suspicious, you could call the police. Ask for assistance. I'm walking this side of the such area in town, and I'm being followed by one person believe that he want to harm or cause robbery or any other offense to me. So, and then the police doing the patrols, because at this time of the year we have extra patrol happening since the 3rd of December.
Okay.
We have extra
Good.
patrols in Trial Farm. We have
Okay.
another on Central Park area and on the shopping areas, and a motorcycle patrol moving around, ensuring that people do their shoppings without any problems. And then when the time to close shops, then we close shops on time. We don't allow people to be out there so late, especially the shops. That they must
So we're
comply
going,
and close on
we're
different
going to be
times.
seeing more movements of police officers around the community.
Yes, we have.
Okay,
We have
okay.
since the 3rd of December.
Oh,
We
okay. So
started
very
our
on.
extra patrol, the anti-crime Christmas anti-crime patrols. Right? So
Okay.
every evening we have patrols in Trial Farm, Central Park area, and the shopping areas, and the motorcycle patrols moving around the town.
Superintendent, how? Go ahead.
No, as he pointed out, these police, they work their normal 8-hour shift and still come and work from 6 to 10. So they're doing, that's why it's called extra patrol.
Ooh,
So you have
okay.
to come back after your 8 hours to do a little extra patrol. And also, when referring to the burglary, we'd also
Yes,
like to
yes.
recommend to persons at night, close your curtains, because if someone is passing on the street and something tempting can be seen through the window, they get tempted to want to go in and take it. So it's always advisable to close your window. In fact, we have this
Oh, those pamphlets?
pamphlets. We are issuing them when we go out on checkpoints and meet and greet.
Oh, you share it out?
Yes, we share
Okay,
these
all right.
pamphlets. These are
Oh,
little
great.
pointers to avoid burglary.
What is the level of burglaries right now? House burglaries right now, here in Ojibwa? Is it big? No, or is it being controlled or little? Or?
We still have a few burglaries being reported. What I could say right now for this month of December, we haven't had no report since this month. Any burglary reported.
Good.
For this month of December, we had one robbery report, and then the unfortunate murder that occurred in Carmelita.
Yes.
But burglaries we haven't had, so we know that we have been fighting hard to maintain a minimum level of burglaries. Most of the burglars that were detained for the previous months are being sentenced for a few months. So most of our burglars are at this moment in jail.
Okay, all right. What about the behavior of certain people in the community who tend to just walk like that? Can there be any menace to the community? People who just walk like that, you don't see them doing nothing but just walk around. Any
Are you referring
person
to
that
like
maybe they
homeless
mentally-
people or the mental people?
uh,
Yes, we have homeless people, especially Central Park area. I know when farm or the people come out normally by Central Park, they always see the group of people hanging, the homeless people or even the mental persons. But even some people that like to drink, those drunkards are always by the park. I have given instruction that when we meet them and they are drunk, then we detain them and we take them to the station and we charge them for the offense, for being found drunk. But we continue to see people behind the town hall for Cairns area market and at the park, people hanging. Now it is an offense to loiter, and sometimes they are being discouraged and sometimes they are being detained for the offense, especially when they have been warned already and then refuse to move, and then when the patrol returns, then we detain them and we take them to the station. But we continue to see those homeless people hanging around the Central Park.
so it's not much of a problem right now, especially now during these holidays, that we have a lot of aimless people just walking around and hurting others.
Well, it has always been a problem, Mr. Mandy, and it will continue to be a problem because there is no place for these homeless people, you know, and sometimes even the families, some of their own families, they have neglected them, they don't try to help them, and even if the police charge them, I have seen a few, just last week we had a guy that came to the station. He said that he wanted the police to charge him because he wanted to go to rehab.
Oh my
Right?
goodness.
But then the police cannot just charge him and send him to jail to rehab. He must commit an offense.
Yes, yes.
But he was willing, he said, when put me there back and charge me for anything, are you willing to go to jail because I need to rehab? No, but
Oh my goodness.
if he doesn't commit any offense, then we can't assist.
No,
But
no,
then
no.
we know that there are several people, and some of these people have families, right?
Okay,
So we are asking the people, if you have your family, try work with the people, right? Only by helping your family, then we could say, all right, less people on the streets. You know, because sometimes people, because of their condition, people take advantage of these people. Some people are out there, some mental persons, they don't cause any harm, right? But they are out there sitting, sometimes they smell a little, have a little smell, and people, you know, because of that, they abuse these people. But we have to all remember these are human beings as well, right? But yes, indeed, we continue to have these people around the parks.
Because most of them would have
playgrounds.
families as superintendents. Most of them would have families, but the family are not paying attention to them, you know, and they feel abandoned, and so they just go around like that, you know, begging and so on.
And another point is that it would also be good for other organizations to come on board along with the police, because many of these persons that you see walking around the park, all they need is an injection. They should get an injection, I believe, once a month or every 2 weeks, and a lot of them miss their injection to keep them calm and so. So, if other organization would come on board, and
So that can be worked out.
exactly, it would
Okay.
help us a lot.
Okay. Okay. So maybe we need to call on the different social groups in our community to look into that also. All right.
Exactly.
And so that we can have less problems on the streets with these mental people. No? But mostly the family is supposed to intervene. I think they're supposed to take part in the behavior of their family.
No, actually, we have a few families that would visit the police station when their brothers or their immediate family miss their treatment date. They would come and ask for police assistance to subdue them and actually take them to the hospital to get their treatment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's happening sometimes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we do have some groups or people who can help with that, no? Yeah. So we need to encourage more of them to be helpful in these situations, because it will cause more safety for the whole community, especially children. You know, especially children. Because children are afraid of them. Okay. Well, officers, should we take a small break, por favor? Let's take a small break right now, please. Then we continue. Thank you.
$1,000 cash per branch.
Install or update to Express Plus streaming app. Also win another $1,000 cash per branch. Update your account balance up to December. Update your personal information to get your e-ticket. Drawing date January 5th, 2024 on the Despierta Belice Morning Show. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Centaur's family.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bienvenidos otra vez a la segunda parte de nuestro programa y vamos a seguir hablando sobre las prácticas, las estrategias de la policía para darnos más seguridad aquí en Orange Walk durante las vacaciones de Navidad, para poder celebrar como es debido sin que nadie se lastime. Quiero preguntar en este momento, I want to ask at this moment, Superintendent and ASP, the visit to the prisons during this time of the year, are people allowed to visit prisoners, and what time, what days, and what can they take? Especially now that they want to give something to the prisoners. What can be done? What can be done? What can be done?
Mr. Mandy, I'm not too versed with the prison side, but I know that they have visiting
Hours.
Visiting hours, or normally I think it is Sundays. They have visiting days where you could go and then you take food or small things. But I know that they have a very, very, very inspection site where when everything that is being taken,
Yes.
right, that you have to go through
Yes.
scanning and very check very well, even if it is food, cake.
Mhm.
I have heard people saying that when things like cake arrive there, the people then dig it out to find out if it doesn't have any illegal stuff inside, right? So I know people go, but and I know that some people when they go, they don't take any food because the way sometimes they get disappointed when they're seeing that it's being checked very, very good, properly checked, you know. And then if it's your food, you don't want people. Some people doesn't
Right,
want people
yeah.
to be digging out or
Right, yeah.
turning all over the food, you know. And then, so we're asking people if you go to visit your loved ones, maybe your presence is more than enough. No, because I know that sometimes we want to take boyos, we want to take cake, and we want to take other stuff that are being prepared during this time. But then I know it make it difficult to reach to the person or to allow him to take it to his cell area.
Let's remember that this coming Sunday is the day before Christmas, day 24th, and it's a Sunday. I think that some people who have family or friends in prison and they want to give them something of Christmas, they might be tempted to take something for them. All right. You will still go through all those checking to see that everything is well and give it to them. You still do it, don't you?
Yes, the inspection is at this point it is more than before because they know that you are trying to take or smuggle a few things or that you want to give sometimes only money or something illegal to your loved ones, and those things are not allowed, right? So I'm not sure if they are having visiting this weekend. I know at certain time of the months they don't have visitings, no. But if they have people, you know, go see your loved ones. But then you have to remember that during these times, even the prison gets very hard. It's very difficult to, you know, especially if you're taking things that are not allowed, right? So I know most of our people, then they know exactly what they could take to prison, right? And if something that is not allowed, don't even try, right?
Okay.
Yeah, just avoid taking things that are not accepted.
Superintendent, I want to ask a particular question on still on prison. Here in Orange Actong, are there many prisoners? I'm just curious.
Well, we have
That will
prisoners
give us a
almost on a
picture.
daily basis. No, but our cell blocks are just holding cells. We detain someone who commits an offense. If it's something that after he is being charged, if it's something that is bailable, then we grant the person bail. And if it's something of serious nature, that the person needs to stay in custody, then the person remains in our custody until the following day when he's being taken to court. But almost on a daily basis, we have prisoners out in our cell blocks. At least the minimum we for this week we had was 3 persons. But every
Okay.
day we have prisoners here in Ridgewood.
Okay.
And again, our station is just a holding cell. But sometimes we have our time when families could bring food for their loved ones. Normally 6 in the morning, 6 to 7, to 11 to 12 to 1, and 5 to 6. These are the times when people could come and bring food for their loved ones
okay,
that are
okay.
detained.
So
Right.
they get to know these things that
Yes,
they can
there's
do.
a sign at the station which have the food
okay.
hours.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
Visiting, we don't allow visiting unless if they come with the attorney.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes they just came and, I want to see but we don't allow those visitings at the station.
Okay.
Hello. And like Mr. Zib was saying about the big prison at our station, if you bring food, we still have to go through the same process and check the food because sometimes people want to put weed under the food and we get things like that. Right? So we still have to.
Or a weapon or something.
Exactly. Or you have to bring your social security card so that we can verify who you are and what relation you have to that person. Just should, in case something is in the
Happen.
food and the person get injured with the food or
You know who
something.
brought it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So they get their protection also, no? Okay. Is there any major problems at the police station right now concerning the behavior of the public, Superintendent?
No, at this time, I know
Especially now when a lot of activities are happening right now.
No, at this time, Mr. Mandy, I know the public is well aware of the present situations, and so I haven't seen or heard any recent incidents. I know we had some unfortunate incidents where the police had been involved. But at this moment, we are all behaving, even the public and the police officers, and we continue to ask of our officers to respect people. When people come to the station, treat people the best way you could. Just remember, it could be one of your family, it could be you, it could be your family that comes to the station. Treat people nice. When they come to the station, treat them very responsible with whatever you need, respect. Ask the people what they want, how they could help them, and even when answering the phone, right? We continue to ask our people, be very respectful, right? Identify yourself. Ask the people how you could help them, no? And all these things. I know that some people complain sometimes, oh, I come to the station and the way I was treated, I was discouraged. I don't even want to go back, right? But we are saying that when these things happen, you could come to us and report it. Right? We are there. We have an open door policy that you could go to the station, ask for us, and if you ask for us and you are not alone, then you could call us. Right? I don't have a problem. I always share my number, right? And I could say it again on TV. My number is 671-4528. You could call me at any time during the day or even at night, because that's our job that we have, you know, as the officer in charge. Even if there's something that's happening, you know, the only time I wouldn't answer the phone, it's because I'm sleeping, right? But most of the time when things are happening, I receive calls and I answer my calls. Even if sometimes I punish after that I can't go sleep, but it's my duty, especially when it's something serious, all right? Okay. If it's something of major offenses, major casualties, then if you are calling, we will answer.
Superintendent, do you find the people cooperating with the police?
Yes, we have the cooperation of the public. You know? And I know the last time we came to this show, we had mentioned about the motorcycles, and we have seen a drastic reduction of those offenses.
Really?
Yes, we have seen.
Okay.
But our cooperations will continue, because we must maintain our presence on the highways, on the roads, and continue to deal with the people. We cannot allow people to just continue to be like that. Right? So we'll maintain our pressure. We'll continue dealing with these offenses so that we could minimize crimes to the lowest that we could.
Okay. So it's not much of a problem, the behavior, the general behavior of people when it comes to the cooperation with the police. They do cooperate.
They're cooperating with us. The general public is working with us, and we are happy with that. And this is what we want, the community, the people to know that the police is there to help them, not to hurt anyone. We are here to serve the public, and we will serve the public to the best we could. So I encourage people, if you have any problems, come to the station. If you feel like the police didn't treat you so nice, too good at the front, then ask for us. Okay. No, but that communication, that relationship, we will continue to build, because we must build that relationship. And this is the same reason we are doing meet and greet. We have our neighborhood watch. We have our going to the businesses, because we want to stretch that relationship between the community and the police. We want to foster, build that relationship, right? And we continue to do these things. By the way, this Thursday at 2 o'clock, we will be doing a meet and greet in Carmelita Village. The Commissioner of Police will be with us there, right? Doing meet and greet.
Oh, that's what the news said today, which I think is good.
Yeah.
For him to be here along with you people.
He will be here, and then at 6 p.m., same Thursday evening, we will be having a village meeting with the community of Carmelita at the community center in Carmelita Village.
Okay.
The commissioner will be there, and the minister will be there as well.
Oh, also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Superintendent, we hear in the news also that people sometimes they stab, especially stab with knives, other people in their quarrels. You don't know if they have a knife or a gun or something like that. Is there any law or any allowance for the police to search suspected people, suspicious people, if they have weapons on them?
Of course,
their behavior.
Of course, Mr. Mandy, and this is one of the reasons when the police conduct searches, because police doesn't search anyone just for the purpose of, I want to search people.
Yes, right.
You must be acting suspicious. We must see something different or abnormal on your behavior, the way you behave, the way you walk, or suspect that you are having something illegal. Then we inform you sir, we think that you have something illegal, or I suspect that you have something illegal. I'm going to conduct a search on you, right? And then we go ahead and we conduct the search. If we find drugs, then you will be detained. If we find any weapon, right, especially during night, after 8, between 8 to 5, no one should be walking with weapons, being knives, screwdrivers, and we have 2 offenses when it comes to those offenses, backing articles. We have the article with blade and being armed with an offensive weapon. So a knife, a screwdriver, a machete, it's an offensive weapon, right? And as well, if we could meet you at night taking one crowbar or one skill saw, then you can't give account of these things, right? Probably you are preparing yourself to commit a crime, right? And even that, going equipped to commit a crime as well is an offense.
You see, and a lot of our police officers, they're on the street every day, so they would know that you don't belong in that specific area. So if they see you in a different area than your neighborhood at night, that is a good reason to stop and search you. What are you doing here? And you live over the other side of town, so all of that come into play.
Well, what about naked machines? Naked, I mean, it's not in the scabbard, right? But they have it attached on the bicycle, and they're just riding around like that.
If you're riding after 8 p.m. along with the machete on a bicycle, it's an offense. It's
And
being
during
armed
the
with an
day?
offensive. Unless you could prove that, well, we know that in Rinjuak we have our cane farmers, and if you are coming from the farm, from the cane field after hours, because sometimes they're still late, and then we could explain yourself and show us that indeed you are coming from the farm, then we must be give the opportunity.
Yeah, we can
right?
understand
Yeah,
the
just-
cane farmers, workers, no? But then, what about those who are not cane farm workers, but they ride around town during the day with a machete. Sometimes not a big machete, but it's an open machete, and they have it attached right inside the bicycle. All right. I saw a case 2 weeks ago at a market here. The man on the bicycle had some quarrel with one of the vendors there, and he immediately took out that machete. I got afraid, you know?
Okay.
And the man took out a piece of iron. They were going to maybe hurt one another, but thanks God nothing happened. One of them walked away. But the one with the machete stood up there, and he was just riding bicycle around, you know. So these are the offenses that I see, that if you're not doing any work on your bicycle and you have attached that machete there, it should not be there. It should not be there. Or get a scabbard and put it in. But don't ride with it. It's big machete open like that. Anything you could pull it out, you know. Because this is what causes the damages to other people, you know.
No, I agree with you, Mr. Monday, but if you catch someone during the day with a machete, there will always be an excuse. Well, I'm going to chop a yard, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. So it's really hard to charge someone during the day for going with a machete.
But then you can call his or her attention, especially his attention on riding around with a machete like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let him tell you where I'm going to chop, but I mean,
Yeah, at
know.
least have it scabbard or something like that. Yeah, I agree with you.
you know, you just can't leave it like that to chance, no, because you don't know what can happen. Because sometimes when you hear this one take out a knife and you stab the other one, finish. All right.
True.
What happens? You know. Okay. So once again, I want to ask you, as we are almost coming to the end, to quickly review the use or the bursting of firecrackers, palomitas, or whatever you call it. All right. One,
Cohetes.
what you will do, you know, or anything else, drinking, driving under the influence, riding a motorcycle. I hope it minimizes more and more the behavior of those motorcyclists, all right? Which is, I think, is something good, that they're behaving better. Okay, but you have to be constant there. The police will have to be constant to check them there, not only once, but all the time. How you doing? All right, and then people who look so suspicious, look at them good, you know, so they will know that I am being looked by the police. I have to be careful. All right, because sometimes they carry machete inside their pants, you know.
That's true.
You notice in their shirt there's a little bulk here. That's the handle of the machete. I've seen that here in Orange. When they're ready, they pull it out like that, and they want to fight or something. So your job, I know it's a delicate thing, but it's very necessary for the protection of people. All right. So can you just quickly review what we said on that of the palomitas, the firecrackers?
I just want to remind the general public, all Orangeoqueños, at this time of the year, it is time of sharing love, live in peace, harmony, goodwill. So in order to have all these things, to enjoy ourselves, let us obey authority, right? Let us be responsible, right? If we know that we should be bursting firecrackers, parents, let us talk to our children, or give them advice, don't do that. You know, and then these firecrackers, it really molests because even the dogs are afraid of the firecrackers. Sometimes you see dogs running crazy.
Yes.
Sometimes people complaining, oh, because of the firecrackers, my dog find a way and he came out from the house and they went, and sometimes they cannot find them.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're seeing people paying rewards to get back their dogs
Yeah.
because of the firecrackers.
Yeah.
We have some senior people or people that are sick. This bursting of firecrackers, even us, the police officers, right? Sometimes when we hear bang, 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 the first thing comes to your mind, sometimes it even sound like firecrackers. All you think,
They sound
shooting,
like
listen,
shots, no? Yeah.
shots being fired, you know, and all these things. So it is of concern. So we're asking the general public, be precautious, guys. If we know that we shouldn't do it, don't be bursting firecrackers, right? We know that it is the time, the season when all these things and when people, you know, want to enjoy themselves. But let us minimize the use of firecrackers. And when it comes to drink and driving, we know that it's an offense, guys, right? And then especially during Christmas time, the 24th, 25th, 26th, I know that you don't want to get detained and stay at the station. Because if you are found drinking or under the influence, driving, then you will have to stay at the station until you're sober. So you have to spend at least 148 hours at the station. And I know that you don't want to leave your family, because this is family time. This is a time when we unite as a family, right? When you visit your loved ones, right? So let us be responsible, right? If you drink, don't drive. Find someone to drive for you, right? And then if you want to drink at home, then let it be like that. But stay home, very responsible. And remember again, your family, your family is very important. We know some people drink and then afterwards they can't control themselves. When we see domestic issues,
yeah.
right? And domestic has been one of the main factors of crimes. You know, when they get drunk, they want to beat their wives, or then they want to lash the children, or then they want to destroy their property. You know how hard we work to have our things and then just destroy that. So we are asking the general public, be responsible. Don't damage your things. Don't hurt your family. Your family is very important, right? At this time, unity, right? Joy, love, peace amongst your family. So stay away from these things that might harm. If you know that you can't control, be very, very responsible, right? Again, with the motorcycles, we have seen those offenses, and we are asking the general public, obey the rules of law, right? Obey authority, right? If you know you are doing this thing that you are doing is illegal, don't do it, because if you get caught, then you have to pay, you know. And during this time, it is very hard to pay $150 or $100 when you could enjoy that with your family, or you could buy one gift, or you could buy one certificate for your family, for awarding for being good citizens. You know, if you're giving your children what they deserve, right? Rather than just being involved in things that are illegal, and then at the end of the day, we see ourselves into problem situations that we cannot give our loved ones what they need, right? We're asking the general public, work with us, obey authority, right? Do what is right, right? By doing what is the good things that you should do, it doesn't cost you anything, and we know that we all will be responsible, and we all at the end of the day have a safer Christmas, a merry one with our loved ones. And we should bring the new year and make it be a prosperous year.
Okay. ASP, any words on that?
I'd just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Let's enjoy safely with our families. The police will be working straight through. The OSC will be working 24th night. I'll be working 25th, Christmas Day. So we just want to be safe, guys. Just work with the police and we'll work with you. Let us bring in the new year all together safely. Let's try to keep the Christmas as crime-free as possible. Just be safe out there.
Okay. Before we go, I just want to mention what the Citizens Advisory Committee did this week on Monday and Thursday. We issued certificates of awards on good young citizenship to our students from every primary school in Orange Walk town and high schools, and they received it very well. All right. They accepted the award. They understood, the whole school, the whole college understood the message. Because we want to foster, we want to develop more good citizenship in young people right now, as they growing up, to continue being good citizens when they become young people, when they become adults also. Because that will help. Because this is what we are concerned with, as citizens. Senior citizens advising the younger ones to be good citizens of our country. All right, and I think we did very well. I think it's a big plus for the Citizens Advisory Committee Superintendent for having done this, to recognize the young people who are practicing good citizenship from now that they are in primary school and high schools. Yeah. So thanks for the support that you people gave us for this week also. All right. I want to ask you for your last word, your last message, your last word before we go.
Gracias, Mr. Mandy. De parte de la policía de Orange Walk, le queremos desear feliz Navidad y un próspero año a toda la gente de Orange Walk. Por último, solo les queremos pedir, pórtense bien, no nos cuesta nada. Si nos portamos bien, todo va a pasar bien y al fin del día vamos a disfrutar una Navidad junto con la familia, celebrando, pasándola bien y vamos a estar bien de salud. Entonces le pedimos a la gente, pórtense bien, mi gente orangeoqueños. No nos cuesta nada para que podamos ser felices. Gracias por la oportunidad de estar aquí con ustedes esta noche. Les deseamos feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo con mucha alegría. Gracias.
Gracias. Yes, B.
Okay. Just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I know a lot of us like our little beverage, beers, but if you drink, control your drinking. Don't overdo it, don't get drunk. Some people, when you get drunk, you go and sleep. Some people, the man in you come out, or the other man. Let's keep it under control, people. We're here to work with you, to support you. I want all of you to have a very safe Christmas and wish you all a prosperous New Year.
Thank you very much. And we want to wish the technicians here, Aries and his team, who have been helping us over the years, and also to the manager, Miss Kami, for allowing us to have this program. All right, and I hope it continues. All right, it's something good to let the people know what's happening between the society, the people, the citizens, and the police. Right. And I hope this continues well in the future. So allow me to wish all of you, everybody, all members of the Citizen Advisory Committee, a happy Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024. Felices Navidad a todos. Gracias. God bless us all. Thank you. Bye-bye.